Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri Tsvetkov, and today I want to make a video about the golf statistics, the best rounds of the golf statistics for the Brooks Koepka. As you know, on the World Golf Championship FedEx George Invitational, and the first day Brooks had a perfect result, and he had a score 62 strokes, and it was -8. And I want to make the new series of video which will the study statistics of the rounds when the players of the PGA Tour have made a score -5 and better, because it's quite a rare results for even such events, and it's highly interesting to study the difference of the statistics of such best rounds in which the golfers had not only the good skills as usual, but they had also the very good, that luck, and to make such videos. In many cases, it's just videos to save results of the stroke-by-stroke results for such rounds, because as you know that on the site of the PGA Tour we can find the information about play-by-play results only during the 2 first days of the next week, and in this case it's very interesting to save this information for the future usage and the future and the better understanding of the difference of the golf statistics of such a huge rounds, such excellent rounds, and the usual and average statistics of the players. So we are starting from the hole number 1 in the first day for the Brooks Koepka, but at first just take a brief look for his statistics in this round. As we see, he have made 9 birdies in this day, and just 1 bogey. And this connection, it was very huge results. The driving distance was 315 yards, and the driving accuracy was not so perfect, just 57%, and we can see that this measurement of the performance is not so highly influensive on the total result of those any other player. The greens and regulations were better than average, approximately 78%. That is very good result. It's that he was on the just a second, on 14 holes from the 18. That's quite a good. And the stroke gained from putting was 3.066. So we can, that the first impression is that such an excellent performance is a result of the huge greens and regulations, certainly, and mostly the strokes gained from exactly from the putting. So now we will try to take a look for his hole by hole and play by play statistics. So the first stroke was quite useful, but it was in the left rough. After the first stroke on the first hole, he had just 109 yards to the hole, and he have made a very good approach for him, because I think that average proximity from such a distance, we can take a look. Average proximity for such a distance, just a second, it was 110 yards approximately. So 100, 125, 100, 125, just a second. Okay, 100, 125, and we can see that we need not it. This just okay. Just a second again. So approaching to the green. So his average proximity for this distance is 70 feet, but at it's very good result at average. He's on the 25th position in the proximity from such a distance, but he have made better than average the stroke approaching, and he was just in 9 feet and 1 inch to the hole. And from this distance he have made 1 putt, but the probability of the first putt from this distance for him was approximately 54%. So he have made a stroke, and it was, that the very good result for him. So he have raised some points from this birdie on the first hole. On the second hole, as we see again, the quite a good driving to the left fairway, and he was in just 102 yards to the hole. And again, from such a distance, he have made a stroke for the 7 feet. And this connection, he have raised advantage from the approaching, and he have made 1 putt from 7 feet. It looks as the quite usual for him, because that he has probability, very good probability indeed, from such distance, the 7 foot. It's approximately 85%, and he's in the first position in this in the putting from such a distance. So on this third hole, it was par 5. And the first stroke was to the right fairway in 300 yards approximately, and he was in 258 yards to the hole. And he have made a second stroke to the green, and was on the green just in 29 foot and 7 inches to the hole. So he have made a good putt, and the ball have stayed in the 2 foot and 3 inches, and he have made the birdie from the this distance. We can see that mostly the probability of the birdie on this hole will rise after his second stroke, which he have made to the green, and again proximity of such a stroke was better than his average, because his average proximity to the hole from this distance is approximately 90 feet, but he have made the much more better stroke. So in this connection, we can see that during the 3 first holes that his approaching was very perfect, and he have raised the advantage almost mostly from the approaching. So after that, he's making the stroke from the tee shot on the par 3 hole, and his ball have stayed just in 23 feet 2 inches to the hole, and he have made 1 putt, and this is a huge advantage exactly from the putting, because that in the probability of putting from 25 yards for him, 25 foot for him is just 17%, and he have made the stroke. So this is mostly related with the huge putting. Now we will take a brief look for his not less successful hole, on which he have made the bogey. And his driving was very huge by distance, 342 yards, and was trees outline. His approaching from this distance was not so highly useful, and the ball have stayed in 46 yards to the hole. After that, he have made a stroke to the green, and the distance was approximately 2.5 foot. But he couldn't make 1 putt from such a distance, and in this situation his probability of the one putt from the distance 9 or 10 foot were decreased from 100% of the first hole to the 50%, what is quite usual for him on the 7th hole. After that, on the par 3 holes, he have made a good approaching for 6 feet and 7 inches, and from 150 his proximity 150, this approximately, it's the same. Okay, it was 25 feet approximately. So in this connection, his stroke on this hole was much more better. And as we know, his probability from 7 feet, so here is 6 feet and 7 inches. The probability from this distance is more than 80%, and in this connection it was quite a usual putting for him. So this result on the 8th hole were also relative with the much more better proximity than his average. After that, he have made one more birdie. The first stroke was not so highly successful. It was less than 300 yards, and the ball have stayed on the right rough. And after that, he have made a good approaching, but very close to his average figures from distance 160 yards to the hole, and the ball have stayed in 18 foot and 2 inches, and he have made a good putting from this distance, and the probability of the first putt from this distance for him is approximately 18%. So again, this hole will won by the mostly from the putting. So on the hole number 10, this was quite usual. He have played it in the par, and it was the average result. I think that was statistics very close to his average result. And again, not so long driving, but it was stay on the left fairway. After that, he have made the good approach into the green, which statistics was a little bit better than his average, but not so highly different. And after that, he have made the stroke from putt from 70 feet and 5 inches, and the ball have stayed in 5 inches to the hole only, and he have made the par this way. On 11th stroke, again it is par 3, and he have made the stroke to the green, and the ball was stay in the 18 feet and 3 inches, and he have made par from the 18 feet and 3 inches. So now our previous results are shown that he will perfectly played exactly the distance from 15 to 25 inches to 25 feet, and that was the reason for his good performance. Looks like the main reason for his good performance in this day. On the next, the 12th hole, he will also very accurate from the first stroke for the tee. After that, he have made mistake in the approaching. Because it's a really strong mistake, because after his stroke from 155 yards, the ball have turned in this 33 yards to the hole. But he have made a very good scrambling on this hole, because he have made the chip. I think maybe pitch. I didn't see this game, and the ball have stayed on the green in 2 feet and 8 inches to the hole, and he have made a par. He saved the par on this hole. So after that, a very good approaching. Oh, excuse me, very good tee shot, 322 yards to the right fairway, and the ball was only in 137 yards to the hole. And he have made a stroke to the green with very good approaching gain, 6 foot 8 inches to the hole. It's a distance from which he have serious advantages against other golfers in the probability of the one putt, and he have made again the one putt, and have made a very comfortable and beautiful birdie. So on this hole, the main result was the main advantage we received from the good tee shot and the good approaching. And the next hole, par 3, So he have made the stroke to the left fairway. He was not on the green again by the first stroke, and after that from the fairway he have made stroke to the green, made approaching to maybe chipping to the green, and the ball have stayed in 3 foot and 2 inches, and again he have made the scrambling, good scrambling on this hole, and he have stayed to par again. So next hole, quarters average first stroke, 190 yards to the hole, very good approaching from this distance for 16 feet and 8 inches to the hole. The putt was quarter successful, but the ball have stayed in 19 inches to the hole, and in this connection he couldn't make the birdie, one more birdie in this hole, but he have made very good par. 16th hole, and it's par 5, and we have seen that the Brooks have used the all advantages which are relative with the that the par 5s. He had just 2 holes with the par 5 on this tournament, but he have played them with average result 4. So in this day, exactly in this day, which we are starting. So the first stroke is quite usual. He was in 215 yards to the hole, and again he's making a huge approach from such a distance, and the ball have stayed on the green in 13 feet and 10 inches to the hole. He couldn't make the first par, so the statistics was quite usual, but the mostly this result, this birdie, were achieved thanks to the first stroke, second stroke. So it's a gain advantage from the approaching mostly than from the putting. So after that, we can see that he have made quite a good accuracy with the first stroke, 197 yards to the hole. The ball have stayed on the fringe, not on the green, but fringe is, in many cases, it's part of the green. After that, he have made the stroke to the green, and the ball have stayed just in 23 inches to the hole, and he have made the par. On the 18th hole, it was quite accurate first tee shot. The ball have stayed in 165 yards to the hole. He have made a good approaching to the green, but his proximity was very close to the average, maybe a little bit less than his average. And after that, he's making very good long putt. The ball has stayed in 6 inches to the hole only, and he making one more putt, and he have played this hole in the par. As we know, the 62 stroke, it was the best result of the Brooks Koepka in his professional career, and the -5, -8 is a perfect result. So as the summary of this research is that Brooks Koepka have made such a huge result, mostly thanks to the perfect approaching, which had much more better proximity than his average, and plus that, certainly as we see in the statistics, he have made some advantages, very good advantages, 3 strokes, which were gained from the putting, because he's putting from the long distances, from 15 feet to the 25 feet, was very perfect in this day. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope that this information will be saved for the history and for the YouTube history, and I will make a special playlist for such videos, and I hope that it will be very useful for your maybe everyday usage, time to time usage, for improving your your statistics, your performance, and your results. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in my channel. You are always welcome for the comments and for your opinions about this video and about the results of the players. Hope to see you in my channel. Have a good day. Have a good golf all over the golf. Thank you.